Hey guys, how's it going? Something feels a little off about my microphone right now. I'm not sure what it is. I'm hoping it's nothing to worry about. I'm roasting a nice little no marshmallow right now, with no marshmallows right there. How sad. Don't worry. I'll find some marshmallows. Please tell me you yes. I actually want to delete you. Stop existing, please. Yes. Nope. And there goes my mouse. And let's hope no one hates me. Tell you what, if no one shows up, I'm gonna be playing something aside from me sitting around telling stories, because apparently nobody likes that. This is spooky day. This is my day. Why no people come to spooky day? People no like spooky day. Crash is here. Crash likes spooky day. Hello, Crash. Yes, spooky. Yes, very spooky. Let's bring up some things. We're gonna be doing a lot of cold readings today, but I'm doing pretty good at the cold readings of the Reddit. I've been listening to Catgirl without salad for an hour with strobe lights on. Apparently better than you. Apparently, is this? It sounds like a form of torture. Are you being held for information gathering, or do you need help? Do you need me to send help? Do you okay? I spelled SCP correct. It's literally just 3 letters, but sometimes I spell you can't answer that. I'll tell you what, lag isn't too bad today. So this morning I did it with ultra low latency. Only problem is that does not support any HD quality of video, and I thought I kind of want HD quality on my videos, so I'm trying just normal low latency, which seems to be better than the first night I streamed. So I'm happy that I've kind of nailed down what I want. Today we are doing streams early because of scheduling issues. Oh man, this makes me sad. It's a good thing you guys can't read this. Yeah. Definitely a bit better than before. I tell you what, there's a delay between when my screen early streams. Yeah, there's a delay between when my when I see the messages over here and when I see it in chat, which I find interesting. I can't find any copyright-free spooky music. Sadly enough, all of the spooky music is definitely copywritten. I'm just jamming out to the music. Don't know why. Don't know why I'm not doing like literally anything. The strobe lights are still on, and the people tell me I can't turn it off. Why are you in an environment with strobe lights that you can't turn off? This is a hostile environment. Are they trying to give you an epileptic fit? The recipe for epilepsy is strobing lights and high-pitched sounds. Yeah, you being held hostage. Hold up. I see that you sent me messages, and I got the evaporates one, but I missed a message before that. Oh wait, no, well, no wait, I did not. Okay, never mind.
Supervisor here at the center.
Okay, does not give me what I want. Oh, 911, where's your emergency? Yes, let's go. Girl, I don't actually know. There's this individual on the internet that I'm friends with who's being held hostage and involves strobe lights and anime music. Oh my gosh, that sounds like some weeb stuff. We're sending in weeb special forces. They'll be right there, don't you worry. Don't worry, help us on the way. Just sending in weeb special forces. I'm afraid all of the weeb special forces are currently attempted by rifles. There may be some delay. Oh no. Just screwed. I think it might just be me and you, not even Crazy's joining us. Ah! Oh, get back here. Don't want to add everyone else's. So if it's not Phasmo, we are not doing Phasmo. But we could do Kim. Sure. I'm not active these servers. Why am I even? I'm gonna try anyways. So I'm just poking about. Let's just sort of make up a spooky story. Let's see. Hold on. I want to actually put this. If I'm gonna actually make up spooky stories, I need to put myself in the mood for it. YouTube. Cave sounds. There we go. That's a bit loud there. That's about right. So let's see. Let's tell a story about an individual who wished to be heard, but could not. No, he didn't always start out like this. They were born to speaking and hearing, and greatly enjoyed conversation and life. They had friends, family, all sorts of companions they spoke to. One day, they found themselves wanting for more, desiring for more, and they knew of a way that they could speak, where they could be heard by more, potentially. So they took upon this path, went down the trail to be heard by more, only to find, at the very end of the path, that the people they spoke to did not speak the same as them. Their words made no sense to everyone else, as if they were speaking a wholly different language. I looked about, unable to be heard by anyone, unable to be understood, in complete and utter panic. How could they have done this? Why did they do this? And they found that they themselves could not undo what they have done. That now they are on a path that they cannot go back in. But there was also no forward, being misunderstood. I'll delete this. Yeah, okay. Hello, newcomer. I was just posting my link on various things at the same time, making up random spooky stories. Not sure how I feel about that one. That sounded good, but it was a little forced. Let's put this down and pull up Reddit again. Welcome to my spooky evening, where I tell spooky stories and watch spooky things. There's actually a thing I'd like to show you. Maybe not. Maybe that's too spooky. Let's just pick up one of these and... Haunted House on Gravel Avenue, Part 3. Was a 3-parter? We may not want that. What about Granddaddy's Tea Party? Early morning inventory? Energy feeding spirit. That darn ghost. That sounds pretty good. My home is also home to at least one spirit, maybe more. For the most part, they are friendly and keep to themselves, aside from the occasional footsteps and the stories shared on the show that I do. They stay quiet. This, however, was not the case last night. We have a fridge in our garage that we started to keep water, soda, and juice for the kids as the weather warms. As they spend more time outside, they can stay hydrated. So anyways, as I was walking into the garage last night to get a drink from the fridge, I didn't get a sense of any of them in there. I walked to the fridge, got my drink, and turned around to walk back into the house. That's when, from out of nowhere behind me, I felt one of them. This was made even creepier when I felt him whoosh up behind me and chest bump my back. It was very unexpected. It took me off guard. It wasn't done malicious intent, but it seemed more fun, almost like it was just reminding me that he's still there. Nah, not a good one. How about Summer's Camp? Okay. I'm not sure how paranormal this is, but I don't know where else to post this, and this is possibly the scariest experience in my life so far. This happened to me on June 2019. I turned 17 a month earlier, and I was mentoring a group of summer campers. The event of this story takes place in Anjala, southern Finland. Finnish is my main language, not English, so pardon the mistakes. There's an old manor in the school center where the camp was held. The manor is really quite beautifully built in the 17th century, I guess, and very much ghost house material. It's surrounded by a forest. There's 2 roads that lead to the front yard. The manor is open for visitors, and for that 1 week, our camp instructor had a key to the back door. There was another summer camp at the same time with us, because the school center was so big, and we shared the key with them. We spent time in the mansion almost every evening, doing activities such as singing and playing. One night, when I was going to bed, I realized that I had forgotten my phone inside the manor. It was necessary for me to get it back. I had a wake-up alarm, and I had to call home. So I went to the camp instructor's flat to get the key. Unfortunately, they had given the key to the other camp's night watch, and I had to find her. Because the school center was quite large, I had no flashlight to take with me. You had no flashlight to take you in the middle of a dark forest? Oh man. Sorry, I had no flashlight. It took me a while to find her. While giving me the key, the night watch told me that she had seen some movement on the edge of the field. The school center was surrounded by fields and forest. At the edge of the field where the forest begun and where the manor was located. I noted it, but I didn't think much of it. It took me 5 minutes to get to the manor. The front yard was dark because it was something between 11 p.m. and 12 p.m. I went straight to the back of the manor. I think one important thing to note is the fact that the backyard was wide. There were no trees, only grass, so I was fully visible when searching the back door. The only door I found was the one that I had been using during the evening's activity, but that door could only be opened from the inside. The whole time I had felt kind of strange, probably because what the night watch had told me. But standing alone in the vineyard at night in the back of an empty mansion, I had a sudden feeling that someone was watching me. Because I am young and have no chill, and I didn't even know where the right door was, I decided to go to the building where I stayed with other mentors, and then have my friends to go back to the manor with me. I left the manor without looking back because the atmosphere was disturbing. My friend was still awake, so I asked her to come with me to get my phone. On our way to the manor, she told me that the right back door was actually a side door. It was located on the edge of the forest. We hadn't even arrived to the front yard of the manor when I saw it. 3 figures moving fast from the back of the manor all the way across the front yard, then disappearing to the forest. We just stood there and held our breath. Those guys obviously hadn't seen us because they just vanished. Me and my friend waited for them to come back, but because they didn't show up, we continued our way into the manor. After this, we spent like 15 minutes inside the building, but my phone wasn't there. So we left and gave the key back to the night watch. We also told her what we had seen, and she called the guards, but they didn't find anyone. I did find my phone. It was under a couch in the building. I stayed. I didn't know what I saw at night. It all happened so fast, but I think the figures in the forest were waiting for someone to show up and open the manor doors so they could go in. When I arrived there alone, they probably thought that was their time. But since I couldn't open the door and left, they must have thought that I was just checking the locks or something, and then they left. All I can think about now is that what could have happened if I had managed to open the door the first try. The manor is huge and so far from any other building that in that site. Thank you. I am never going alone in those old manors ever again. I like that one. That one was pretty cool. That was by Take Me Hanji. I hope that's not please tell me to not just say something bad in a different language. Gotta keep at it, huh? Gotta keep pushing. With Twitch, I felt like I was pushing hard day after day, trying to achieve things, and people like Crazy and Crash would come along and help me push that boulder up the rock. Those little carvings. Every now and then, we got good footing. Felt like you were making progress. You know, affiliation, sub goals, things like that. But I guess I've started again. This time a mountain that has no footings, except for very, very high up. And when you ask for help, very few people are there to respond. I feel like switching over to YouTube was a mistake on the progress end. I have 240 people over there. But I think it's the right move when it comes to freedom. I mourn the loss of my many followers. I push ahead in hopes for freedom. The right to do what I want with my material. Why you guys don't come? Why you guys don't come? We're doing okay, Ben. Don't do that. Don't do that. Halloween Bumblebee. Oh, my two favorite things. Oh, and it's not that long. Yay! This happened 2 years ago at a Halloween party I hosted in my college apartment. Every time I'd tell someone the story, the reaction would either be in disbelief or just straight up laughter. Well, okay, I'm good. My party was to start at 7 p.m. and some of my friends sent me a message saying that they were on their way. They were just pre-gaming and at another friend's house. Don't know what that means, but okay. A couple minutes have passed. Me, my sister, and 2 other friends were getting ready upstairs when we heard my front door unlock. It sounded like someone was entering my house. I expectantly took a peek from the 3rd floor, looking down the 1st. I lived in the 3rd floor. Ooh, fancy. And my friend and I saw what looked like our other friend in a bumblebee costume, walking down from the 2nd floor to the 1st. I yelled out his name and told him to come upstairs and chill with us, but he ignored us. Now, me being excited and all, ran all the way to the 1st floor to catch up with him and ask him to come up. When I went downstairs, no one was there. My door was locked, and it didn't seem like anyone entered. It also felt extremely cold, even though I had my windows closed and the heaters on, as if there was a presence there. Before coming to uni, I lived in a haunted home of the Philippines for years to know what it's like when there's a presence or an entity around. There's my back, the hairs on the back of my neck raised when I called my friends to ask if they stopped by or whatever. And they said that they haven't even left. I was still pre-gaming. To top it off, no one else in my friend group has a copy of my key, so it was beyond impossible for them to even enter. I thought I was only imagining things, but my friend pulled me over and asked me if I saw what he saw, too. That's heckin' adorable. That's heckin' adorable. Your locks are not safe. They can be easily picked. I want you all to know that. I used to work a little bit as a locksmith for a hardware store. Yeah, don't trust the locks. Don't trust the locks. The hissing shadows. You just pissed off your cat. That's all you've done. Don't have to be writing on Reddit about it. Sorry. I had an encounter with the paranormal since I was about 4 years old. They all stopped when I was around 11, and most of the experience I had were creepy, but they were never really a cause of great fear. Anyways, fast forward to my mid-20s. I was married at the time, and we owned a home right in front of the river. When we bought the house, a lot of work needed to be done. My ex was really handy and did most of the work himself, we were living in at his parents' at the time. Sorry, random cough. We were living at his parents' at the time, so I wasn't in the home while it was being remodeled. My ex would on occasion say that he felt creeped out, uncomfortable at the house by himself alone. As soon as the house was finished, I had a priest come over to bless the house, just in case. For a couple of years, I felt nothing paranormal. One afternoon, my ex was working on the yard, and I was in the bedroom reading. I saw a shadow in the hallway, looking out the room. I thought it was my husband. I said, "Hey, I see a shadow, baby. That's not funny." The shadow didn't move. Again, I again say it's not funny. I see you. Now stop being a jerk. Nothing. No movement. So I get up from my bed to confront my ex, and there's no one. I go to look for my ex, and his car is gone. He wasn't even home. I'm so freaked out that I go back to the bedroom, close the door. I told my ex about the experience, and he didn't hesitate to believe me. He said he had similar experiences. The very next week, I'm taking a nap on the couch. I have this crazy, scary dream where I'm in the middle of a forest, and I'm there with a man in a dark trench coat and a brim hat. I couldn't see his face, but he had a gun and was shot, and he shot me in the chest. I fall to the ground, and as I lay there, he's watching over me. I tell myself just let it go, and when I do that, I stopped breathing in real life. I gasped, waking up from a dream. I collected myself for a second, and then I hear the front door handle jiggle. I remember how relieved I was, thinking it was my husband. But then I didn't hear the door open. Just heard a low hissing sound. And then I saw the shadow, and it was coming towards me, getting larger as it got closer. The hissing sound got louder as well. I was panicking, but saw that the remote to my overhead fan was within reach, and I turned the sucker on. It almost looked like the smoke was leaving the room when the light came on. I can honestly tell you, I don't think I've ever been more terrified in my life. That is a solid spook. That is a solid spook. First of all, I think I know why this person's your ex, if your immediate response to them playing around is to be like, that's not funny, stop that. That looks... You gotta have a little ply. You can't just be a incredibly hard person. If you don't bend, you break. Yes. Of course, a guy should be exes for completely different reasons. Perhaps one of them decided they didn't like the gender they were. Perhaps one turned out to be a horribly abusive person. That has happened in the past. Oh. Perhaps one decided they just went to gamble everything they owned on Vegas and left, and then became a hobo because that didn't work out well. Then they became a clown and went to clown college, became a very successful clown before gambling all of that money in Vegas again. Did I saw something? Heck, sure, it's a paragraph long. My grandfather died, and 1 month later, this happened. One night, I got up because I had to go to the toilet. When I was walking back to my bedroom, I was sure I saw a shadow sitting on a kitchen chair. I turned the light to see what it was, but there was nothing. When I turned the light off, it was gone. A week later, I got up and night again to go to the toilet. On my way back, just before my bed, I had this feeling. Something is standing in front of me. And I got scared, and it disappeared. It has a human silhouette. This happened 6 months ago. Since that, nothing has happened anymore. Okay, so this is like the third story I've read about shadow people. What's going on? Are we going through an invasion of the shadow people? Do I need to get a bunch of flashlights? This is just someone saying, I currently live alone. I just moved out. It's been fine since it's been a couple of months, but nowadays, suddenly, the switches for the refrigerator, the washer, the machine, and the TV turns off. Now when I'm present, I never see it happening. Like, I'm watching TV late at night and doze off while watching TV. The TV turns off by itself, with the switch turned off as well. What do you mean by the switch? Do you mean the power? Are you using a power bar? Okay, bud. I think you're just overloading your surge protector. It turns out it's old switches do sometimes. You just gotta get an electrician and yeah, okay. This story is not a spooky story, just someone having electrical problems. Now I want to finish this off with something. I'm thinking, what spooky videos do I have at my disposal? Let's watch one ghost video. Just one. Oh, I'm going up against Ina herself. Well, of course, I'm never gonna get big this way. Great. I just happened to be live streaming exact moment that somebody with 8.6 thousand people. That's okay. That's a future Ben problem. I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm thinking these are gonna be good for my channel. Let's finish this off with one SCP. Does anyone got a request? I know I'm gonna sneeze. Thank goodness for the mute button on my microphone. When the posture is sus? Oh man, this stuff just penetrated everything, hasn't it? Parawatch Wiki. Falcon Lookers, it's been a while. If you're reading this, April Protocol is now in effect. But don't head off into the woods just yet. We have something to announce this year. If you're a returning member, please navigate to What's New. If you're managed to reach the front of our application queue and can now post on the Para Watch Wiki for the first time, I'll give you a rundown.
What is this? It looks like a spooky version of SCPs. Is this a ghost story SCP-like thing? You give me.
Okay, no, it's not. But that would be cool. I've been looking for something like that. Hear ye, girls, ghouls, and all my beloved guests. First, before I say anything, rest assured that I no suit. As though that ever concerned anyone. If you happen to run into an acronym wearing spook within 3 days of reading this, do let me know, so I can blow this joint faster than your brain undergoing a ritual, Delification ritual. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Hello, Liz. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I appreciate you being here.
Who's this douchebag, you may ask? I am Saturn Deer, and what a marvelous occasion it is. Today I tell you 3 tales. 1 is true, 2 hold lies. Correctly guess which, and I'll toss you a voucher or something. Sponsored by my new startup, Deer, Debris, and Derivations LLC. I am nothing if not altruistic. But if I can't go off spouting which is which just yet, where'd be the fun in that? Stay tuned. And here we go. Okay, hold up. This is way too long. Heck. That was great, though. That intro was great. And my leg's going numb. So if anybody actually does know of a SCP like sort of thing for like spooky ghost stories, let me know. Like in particular, I'm talking about a website that you can scroll through, click on, read spooky stories, maybe add a few of your own. Let me know. That sounds amazing. Please, oh please, let me know. But no, really, my leg's doing a weird thing. I think I might have to get off. Stop that leg. Stop that. Oh. Tell you what. No, I only got 15 minutes left. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna get off. Thank you very much for everyone who joined me. I really appreciate it. Thank you, Crash. Thank you, Liz. Thank you for that silent member that's been lurking in the back, watching, waiting. Whatever moment they may take. I appreciate every single one of you. And do not worry, this would not be the last spooky day. Next Saturday, I'm doing exact same thing. And I kind of been appreciating ending my streams on a spooky story, so you may find that I be reading them a little bit more often. But thank you very much. Please subscribe. Please join again. I've appreciated this so much. Goodbye. I would rate someone, except for the fact that we're on YouTube and there's no rating. Yeah, see you guys. I don't know. Watch someone else.